here with Woodrow Wilson, soccer coach Steve Laraba. And first of all, Steve, this team, I know this has been the dream or the goal, but I should say the goal since you've been here, and now you're going to the state tournament. You don't have to sit over there and work at the state tournament,
That's right.
watching everybody else's teams that you just played participate in it. What's it been like since you've been able to clinch for yourself, being from probably the first family of soccer in West Virginia, putting your dad Dave in there, of course. What's it been like for you to finally get there?
It means a lot. I mean, because I got to play in one of these as a sophomore, and we weren't able to make it back. And this is the first time that I'm here as a coach, and it feels really good. There's a lot of fun practicing in November, and our seniors have put in a lot of work over the last 4 years, and they deserve this, and the entire team has put in the work and the effort, and I think the guys definitely earn the right to be here. So it's very, very exciting to be here for just not the players, but the community and everybody that's always been a part of Woodrow soccer.
You drew Wheeling Park. I was a little bit surprised where the seniors go. You do beat Wheeling Park first. They beat you just a couple of weeks ago. What did you learn from that game? What do you need to do to be able to get past them and move on to Saturday?
We learned ultimately in that game that we can play with any team in the state. That's what we really learned, because that was a very, very good game of high school soccer that was played that day. And we also learned that against the better teams, we have to do the things that we're good at very well. That if we're not on top of our game for 80 minutes, that we can lose to teams like that. And the guys, they got a taste of it, and they understand where the level is now and where they have to perform on Thursday.
Wheeling Park's a team that has one player who is exceptional. This team, your team, has a lot of guys that are great players. There's not that one guy that you would probably say is the star of this team. Now, guys you can ask around, I think that Cody Dillon and Ollie Barber and Hagen Hall, guys like that would be considered the top players on the team. If you were ranking for all state, we'd have to find a way to do that. But these guys are also close. I mean,
they're very close. We are good all over the field. We have 11 players that I feel can start for just about any team in the state, and we have a couple players that come off the bench that could be contributors for any team in the state. And that's definitely one of our strong points. It's very hard to find, just one player. It's like, that's the guy that if we want to beat, Woodrow, that's the one guy we have to stop, and then that's the one guy that we have to pick on. We don't have that. We've got players all over. We have players that are scoring goals. We have players that are, getting a lot of assists, creating a lot of opportunities. And we have players that will, pull up their sleeves and do the dirty work that needs to be done as far as the defending or maybe sitting back a little bit, letting somebody else get forward. Because right now, these guys, they don't care who gets the credit. All they care about getting is that plaque hopefully on Saturday. And I think it's a great mentality to have.
What's a 3-plaque race? You guys got 2 of them right now.
We've got two out of 3, which is a great accomplishment for these boys. But you know what? So the other 3 teams that are coming to Beckley on Thursday. And we understand that it's going to be a tough 3 days. Hopefully it's 3 days for us that we're going to have to really play our best.
I mean, that's the same thing twice here, but there's one word different. When did you know this was going to be a team like you have now? At the end of one guy, AJ said, when we walked off last year losing to UW, I knew next year we were going to be good. Michael said when we went to Fairmont, about the same thing for Hayes. They all had a point when they knew that this was going to be a type of team, or maybe not one star, but a team that all believed in each other.
I knew that this team had the potential to be very good when this junior class were freshmen, when they were freshmen, because I also knew what was coming behind.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, I had a feeling that if we could get some things to go our way as far as players being healthy and things like that, that we could be very good this year.
How did you get them to become a team like this? Because not everybody, like I said, not everybody has it. You got guys have 38 goals on their own. You have probably add your top 3 guys together and just get about 45. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think as a coaching staff, we've stressed the team concept and what it takes to get to where we are right now and then to where we want to be at the end of this week. And everybody has bought in. We try to keep some things fun and lighthearted while maintaining standard. I think letting them choose what uniforms we're wearing when we're at home, what combinations we can do with all of this stuff. It's. And I also think that the leaders on our team, our captains and other seniors, have done a very good job of keeping everybody positive and making sure people understand what it means to represent your school and your community and do that. And being supportive of each other. I mean, most of these guys play with each other year round, so they're friends and they want to do the dirty work for their teammates so that the team can get the result.
I think probably Michael Pye and AJ Bishop exemplify that attitude. Not big goal scorers. It's the things that they have to do, they do. What does Michael Pye do good for this soccer team?
Michael gives us a level of athleticism and talent with both feet. I mean, he can play the ball with both feet very well. But you know what? He gives us a good, kind of all of them, but he gives us a good bit of comic relief. He keeps things lighthearted when they need to be, but he's also very good at knowing when it's time to just get the job done and putting in that effort. He shows that ability very well.
And then AJ Bishop, probably a lot of people might not know that name, the Beckley Soccer, but what does he do that you absolutely have to have from Bishop to be a good team?
AJ is deceptively technical. He's very good with the ball at his feet, and so he's good with that. But I think AJ's biggest thing for us is he gives us a sense of physicality in the middle of the field. The other 3 guys in the midfield are sophomores, and they're very good soccer players. But you're going up against players that are a few years older than you at times, and you can get. We're not getting bullied anywhere, but you can get kind of pushed off the ball and some things like that. And AJ gives us a level of the physical part of the game that allows the other guys to have some more time and space to do the skillful things that they do well.
What about Hayden Hall? Now, Hayden Hall's a guy that's he's played elite soccer for a long time. When did he come on your radar?
I don't know, 12 years ago when I saw him playing as a U4. Hagen has got a really, really great skill set, and his work rate is underrated a little bit sometimes because I was watching the Millen Park game again, and there was like 3 or 4 times he chased somebody down from 20 yards away. He may not have won the ball, but he kind of maybe he hurried or rushed the guy, and the guy made a bad touch or a bad pass, and we got it back. So he's a left-footed player. He's good with both feet. He's not as good with his right as he is his left, and that can throw some defenders and players off sometimes because you're not always really ready for somebody, you know, that's a left-footed player.
And I'm sure it's probably not really even a rare thing, but generally when you see the keeper saves or shots that they have to defend, your keeper's probably not seen more than 40 this year. That he's really, shots on goal.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has under 40 saves for the season.
Is that rare? I mean,
that's very rare. I mean, it's very rare. Even when a team is very good defensively or a goalkeeper is very good, having somebody only having to make 35 saves
and
for
we're
a
generally
20-game
playing the
season.
top teams in the state.
Yes, 100%. And there are multiple games where, we had shutouts, but he doesn't have any saves because they didn't get any shots on goal. And I mean, I hate to say that, but like the other team doesn't get a shot on goal, like they're not going to score. But there's things that Bryson does well that helps to make sure he's not facing shots on goal. Like he's a great communicator. He's excellent with his feet. So like if a defender is under pressure, they can feel very confident to play him the ball and that he's not going to lose it or make a mistake. So that's all those things lead to us not giving them shots on goal.
You got a lot of young players. I don't want to put the cart before the horse because you got two good big games at the end of this week. Hopefully, you'll have two. Do you hope to keep the mentality that you've been able to build with this team for the future of this program? Maybe not one star, or are these guys, a guy like Allie or a guy like Hagen, they've got a couple of years left here. Do you want to keep what you build here?
100%. I mean, who doesn't?
Well, you can't argue with it, but I mean, other teams are coming in.
Other teams are coming in, but I think right now one of the biggest things for us is a hunger and a drive to get to this point and to get that state title. But I think one thing that we'll have to do is try and keep them, keep the hunger and the want and the desire to get here again and win again. I mean, it's not easy staying at the top. And if we're fortunate enough to win 2 games this weekend, then we'll have to find a way to keep them hungry and wanting to get it again.
Is in your estimation, is this rare in your coaching career to have a team that? Because a lot of people say, well, we're brotherhood and we're family. These guys kind of really believe that.
They really do, and I think one of the good things is that there's about 8 or 9 of them that have been playing club soccer together since they were 8 years old. So they are friends. They hang out with each other, and in the off season, on the weekends. Their parents are friends, and like they all truly care about each other. And even the guy, we've got other players.